Sunday, August 15, 2012. Okay, just an update on my backyard garden. I don't know if you guys remember this one, but this was a pepper that was growing and it will start blossoming very soon. Well, it is already, but hopefully by September, mid-September, we should be getting some red peppers out of that one. Okay, and well, it's harvest time already because there's a lot of things that's been harvested also. Tomatoes. These are a few tomatoes like I showed up from the last video I did. Right, these are eggplants and I have been harvesting them as well. As you can see, a nice eggplant, large one over there. Right, this is what the insect tends to do, but this is the eggplant actually. They just come over there. In fact, look at them over right here. They just like the eggplant leaves. Jute leaves in the background. These are the peppers I featured earlier on, and they are actually blossoming also right now. And then you have eggplants over here, right? And I've harvested, I could say 50, 60 of them already, and still going strong because I mean they're just coming out. Tomatoes and more eggplant. And this species is actually white and yellow, and you have the purple one over there. Right, all this is eggplant. Tomatoes, we've been harvesting them also. It's August, that's the time you do that. The bed don't look so good. Remember the other ones on the far end? I've actually harvested them as well. And also this potato leaves was harvested not so recently. And what I'll do is, you see, when you like harvest it, you cut it up. I mean, cut some of the leaves up, pluck them, and I just put some more in the pot now over there. So hopefully by the end of September, those ones should be coming out soon. So I should get a couple of bags of them. In fact, there's another one someplace. And this happens to be my favorite plant, the good old bolagi. Harvested it several times as well. I've plucked the leaves. What I'll do, I pluck the leaves. And I mean, they just go and go and go. And these were the tomatoes featured. And of course, they're coming on strong too, with tomatoes on the branches. A lot of tomatoes. And tomatoes, these was the cucumber. If you guys remember the cucumber, it's like I gave it a bicycle so you could ride. Right. The cucumber plant didn't do so well this year. I wonder what happened, but I don't know. Still trying anyway. I never give up. There's some other potato leaves over there that I plucked from the last one. And hopefully they should be ready as well by the end of September. And over here, some of these will be harvested today. We'll have callaloo in the background. And these were the yellow squash that I planted not so long ago. And they're coming up as well. So that again will be ready within a couple of weeks, at least before it gets cold. And of course, that's the fire end of the garden over there too. Sipping coffee whilst I'm doing my video. It's early in the morning. Oh, these I've harvested a lot. Yellow squash. You can see some of them in the background. They just go crazy when they're ready. Yellow squash right there. That's cucumber there, and also doing so well. I think it's the heat. It's too much heat this time around. Okay, this was the yellow squash bed. I've harvested collard greens. So there's a patch over here that they used to be, but there are a few of them coming on again. See, this is a nice collard green plant over here. Nice eating. There's another one right here. And these ones, the insects are making a go, or they're having a go at it, but that's okay. They gotta eat too. Right? Green. Tomatoes again. Big time tomato going on. Okra. And this is the jute leaf bed, which I've harvested so many times. Back again, I just pluck the leaves and leave the stem to keep on going, and they just keep blossoming. There's tomatoes in the background over there. Those are they should be actually what is it, grape tomatoes, but I don't know sometimes with these plants. Anyway, that's our green, which is another form of callaloo, which I call Salon green. It is not callaloo, but it looks like callaloo. They taste a little bit different, slightly different. That's callaloo right there. Right? And this is jute leaves. Right? Jute leaves. And those are eggplants. Because again, what I do is I don't plant everything all at once, because what will happen, they'll just blossom and just, as the season progresses, that's the end of them. So what you do, you plant them in rows, e.g. by the month. These are basil. I just cooked some yesterday, palm oil fried. Wicked. That was tasting so good. Unbelievable. Jute leaves. Again, marigold. Hopefully should keep the insects away, but it's not doing its job. And those resurrected plants that was in the hospital, I told you guys, most of them have gone. Because I usually do flea markets, so I take them there and sell them in the flea market too. Those are the okra that I did feature. I mean, these have yielded so far about 3 big bags, 18 by 12 bags of okra, and they keep blossoming every day. You're gonna get at least a dozen or so out of them. You can see them in there, the flowers, they just keep flowering and going taller and taller and taller until it gets cold, and then they'll die naturally. More jute leaves. These are due to be picked today, actually. They should be. The okra plant over there. And of course, I'm not going to show you guys that, but that's my smoker going on over there. And indeed, I have some fish going on in there, as well. And more okra. And then I should go and show you guys the front again to see how much progress have taken place. As you can see, around this time the garden gets really bushy because everything is blossoming. We have plants and plants and plants, tomatoes and tomatoes and tomatoes. Okay, this was the front. This was the other tomatoes that featured in my last video. And he's doing well, but it keeps going tall. So now I just leave them to go tall and they just drop afterwards. Those were the strawberries in the background. These are the canines. They've grown so tall. They want to touch the roof. I don't know. And azaleas blooming again for the second time. They usually bloom 3 times a year. This is like the second time in the year they're blooming. I was rather unfortunate with these plants, which I don't remember the names, because they never got any flowers. They just sprayed with no flowers, but that's okay. Alright. There's my azalea blooming and cannon at the background. Canine. So as you can see, everything went bushy. Very bushy. This is the part of my garden that gives me grief. That things don't want to thrive. Because I designate this part for rose garden. But the roses, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. See this one? They come up and they could just go like that. I've tried everything. Everything I've tried. Yep. The hibiscus that I featured the other day. Nice hibiscus plant. There's another one. And this was the other garden, or the other part of the flower garden. Back again, a little bit colorful. Not as colorful as I would love it to be, but it's okay. My impatience never thrived. That's one of them right down here, but they never thrived. I don't know why, but that's one of those things. You keep planting. These plants, again, let me see if that's the name. I don't think so. Anyway, I got these ones from Lowe's, and it's like they're resurrected plants because they, I buy them 75 cents and put them in the ground, and they just go. Cheapest way to buy flowers, and that's the flower garden. Like I said, this is what I love doing. Look how pretty this hibiscus is. Wow, very pretty. It's my works, you know. And you see, you got to keep tending the garden. If you don't tend it, then it's not going to grow so well. So you got to keep tending your plants, tending everything, you know, put effort into it. And your yield usually is good. Yeah, yield gets a lot better. You know, look at tomatoes. All these tomatoes, like I say, some of them I'll give to my neighbors, some of them I sell. You know, hey, because man has to make a living, you see, right? And some of them are vacuum sealed. Well, a lot of them will be vacuum sealed and put in the freezer, so we have them the whole year. See, tomatoes, eggplant right here. Look how big that one is. Yep. And these peppers, these are the ones that they should call impatient because they take so long to grow. But when they start growing, oh boy. And as you know, if you go back to the other video and look at them, you'll see how little they were, not doing so well. But once they start, you can't stop them. Oh yeah, see a pepper over there coming up? It's getting ripe already. See, I don't know if I can find another one, but I'm not worried. I know they're there. Jute leaves, these are the seeds. Again, I leave them to mature on the stem after I pluck the leaves, and then they'll just come out right eventually. And that's how it is, you know. So that is that for my video. Oh, I should show you guys this part as well. These are scallions. Well, it's a scallion bed, but somehow everything likes to grow inside my scallion. So now I have tomatoes growing in there. I didn't plant them there. You have callaloo growing in there in the bed. But guess what? The scallion is going to survive because that's their bed. I mean, that's their pot. Okay, there's a garlic. This is thyme and mint and green beans. Green beans. It's funny they go like that, but then you end up getting like a bag of them. Just God's nature of doing things. Never dismiss the man. Alright, as you can see, that's the picture of my backyard. And all the things gonna come through little by little. And this is marigold. And part of what I do smoke fish. Some people call it dry fish, or we call it dry fish. We don't really say smoke fish. It's just American style. You say smoke fish. So that's going on right now as well. So I'll get some fresh one at the end of the evening. And well, I think I've done a little bit of work. And I've showed you what the garden looks like now. And it's all blossoming now because this is harvest time. It's all harvest time. So that's all you got to be doing now, harvest. Plucking leaves, you know, and cooking and eating good. Alright, friends and family, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.